worker who works in one of the buildings up here behind me heard a cry for help, came out to investigate, found a trailer with the doors partially open, opened them up to take a look, and found a number of
Well, let's get more on this now with Javier Farje in London. He's a journalist and Latin America analyst. Welcome to the program, Javier. This is a terrible loss of life. The San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg has called it nothing short of a horrific human tragedy. What's your reaction to this incident?
This is a tragedy waiting to happen. Between October and June this year, in the region between Laredo and El Paso, Texas, the border between Mexico and the U.S., 88 immigrants died. We've seen cases in the past. We've recorded, like in May, this last May, we have had a conversation about migrants who were, there was an accident in Mexico in a trailer. And this happens all the time. What happens is that this is a method used by traffickers since the 1990s, when the controls between El Paso, Texas, and Ciudad Juarez, which is the biggest city in the border between U.S. and Mexico, got tightened, and then trailers were used. Now they started to use trailers to transport immigrants, because until then, until the 1990s, people would pay small amounts of money to get to cross the border through the rivers and through the border. Now, because the sort of control became tighter, especially after terrorist attacks of 2001, then they have started to use trailers. So this has been happening all the time. And what happened today, what we have seen today, is a tragedy waiting to happen, because this method has been used. Now, the head of the border police in El Paso, Texas, Gloria Chavez, has said that young people are being used to drive those trailers for the price of $500, because they know that if these young people are arrested in the U.S., they will be released very quickly because of their short age. So this method has been used, as I said to you, since the 1990s, and we see today is something which it doesn't surprise anyone. It's a tragic, terrible tragedy. Now, so far, what we know, the Mexican press is speculating that two of the immigrants have been identified, and they would be Guatemalan, but we have no confirmation about that. And it is likely that some of them might be Central Americans, because many Central Americans have been using this method to cross from their countries through Mexico to the United States.
And as you say, the laws of entry into the United States from the southern border have been tightened in recent years. But the Republican governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, has put the blame over these deaths squarely on US President Joe Biden, saying that his relaxed policies on the southern border is what's causing more and more people to take the risk to come into the United States and engage people smugglers. Is there any truth to that?
No. None whatsoever. This problem has been going on for years, as I said to you, in the 1990s. We have seen cases last year, for example, in 2003, 10 immigrants were found dead in a lorry. We saw Mexicans who were found almost dead in May this early May. This has been going on for years. And what they talk about in Mexico at the moment is immigration policy which is going to prevent these gangs from smuggling all these immigrants. But this is not new. This hasn't started to happen between the US and Mexico because of President Biden. As I said to you, between October last year and June this year, 88 immigrants died, and immigrants have been dying throughout the last 20, 25 years because of this situation. You see, the border between the US and Mexico, I've been in that area for work years ago, and it's relatively easy to be able to smuggle people, because the border could be very difficult to control. It's very wide. This desert is in the middle of nowhere, and these coyotes, as they call them, they are very clever in recruiting young people who will help these immigrants to cross. So no, to blame President Biden for this is inaccurate. It's absolute nonsense, and this has been going on for many, many years. So it is always a political sort of a statement rather than an accurate one. This is not in no way sort of the blame to be blamed on President Biden. This has been going on for years. I've seen it myself. I've seen these trailers myself crossing from Ciudad Juarez to El Paso, hundreds of them all the time. And this is just one example where these immigrants were found in this trailer, and this is tragedy.
Okay, Javier Farje, we'll have to leave it there, but really good to get your analysis on the issue. Thank you again.